Hi Mathilde, welcome to the interview and thanks for being here. Can you introduce yourself?
Yes, so my name is Mathilde. I'm in my third year in McGill. I'm doing a double major in poli-sci and IDS, and yeah.
Can you talk a little bit about your high school background?
Yeah, so I did a French high school here, so I have a French back, and I had 3 specialties: poli-sci, chemistry, and math, and that's it.
Can you describe how your program is built?
Yeah, so it's kind of complicated because you have different categories and you need to choose, you need to do the requirements first. So it's the 200 level courses, and then you can choose like the 300 and 400 level classes in the theme that you want. So I'll give you the 4 categories. It's Canadian politics, comparative politics, international relations, political theory and method, and like special courses. And I would say you have to be careful because, for example, if you take the 200s, like the requirements in comparative politics, and if you want to do Canadian politics, you'll be stuck because you need the like requirements in Canadian politics to take like the 300 and 400 in that theme. So I'll say read carefully the requirements on the web, like on the McGill website.
Can you name one thing you like and one thing you dislike about your major?
I'll say I really like the guest speakers that we have because it's usually like very qualified people that come like to talk in class. Otherwise, I would say I don't really like the conferences because it's a lot of like public talking and it can be a little bit like scary.
Can you talk about your homework? Like what kind of homework do you have?
It's usually essays, quizzes, and a lot of readings.
If you have any, could you give a piece of advice to a prospective student in your major?
Read carefully the requirements on the McGill website, especially if you're doing a double major like me, because there's a lot of like overlaps between IDS and poli-sci. And I'll say also like don't get behind on like the readings and the quizzes because it can like become a lot at some point.
Do you find it hard to balance school and your social life?
Not really. I feel like you have to be organized, and yeah, if you don't get behind, you'll be fine.
What do you plan on doing after this degree? Do you want to continue in the same direction or maybe do something else?
Good question. I think I'm gonna try to do a master. First of all, I'm gonna like take a break after graduating McGill, and then I'm kind of interested in international humanitarian law, or I would say like public policy. I'm not sure yet.
Can you tell us why you chose this program and why did you choose McGill?
I chose poli-sci because I really liked my poli-sci prof in high school and I thought it was like a very interesting major. It's a lot of like general knowledge about the world. What was the rest of the question?
Why did you choose McGill?
Because I wanted to stay in Montreal.
Okay. Any regrets in your choice of major?
Not reading carefully the requirements on the McGill website.
In your opinion, was it hard to adjust to university life and to your classes?
I would say the first year can be very like overwhelming. I'll recommend maybe to have like a mentor. I know there's like, for example, the International Student Mentor Program and the first year student program, something like this, or incoming student program. Anyway, just to like get someone to help you could be great because it can be like a lot of information to start. Okay,
good to know. In your opinion, what's the overall vibe or like of the people in your classes?
I feel like a lot of French people, but it's okay. And no, it's nice. It's not very competitive, but it gets competitive if you need to do, for example, like internships, which is kind of like important in poli-sci, maybe more than like in other like majors. Yeah, I'll say it's just like this aspect.
Do you have any regrets study-wise?
Fulfilling the requirements in the first year is really important because otherwise you'll be stuck for like the courses that you want to take later in the like following semesters. Also, I'll say going to the office hours is really important, especially if you're like writing an essay, because if you're like me coming from the French system, it's kind of like a different way of writing. So just to be sure, I'll say, especially if you're like in your first year and you don't really know like how to write or like you're not sure, just go to the like TA's office hours or like the prof office hour.
Do you have any final notes for our prospective poli-sci students?
Yeah, maybe get involved in like clubs or like extracurriculars, kind of like associations or whatever, because a poli-sci degree is good, but usually you need something else. So I'll say, yeah, get involved. There's a lot of clubs in McGill. You have like a lot of choices, and internships. It's really important as well.
Okay. Well, perfect. Thank you so much, Mathilde, for the interview.
Of course.